Hey everybody, welcome to the Sex Podcast. I'm your host, Rick Grease. This your co-host, Ja. What up, Ja?
What it do?
First, I just want to tell everybody if you have not had a cheeser pizza from Little Caesars, please go out and get one. You will not be disappointed.
Or that extra most bestest.
Yeah, the most bestest pepperoni. Oh my god, but that cheeser's on another level because it's basically like having the that pepperoni one, but then they put like this big glob of mozzarella on the pizza, and then the crust is like crusted Parmesan. Oh my god! Like, what you do is get the crazy sauce, and then once I eat the pizza, when I get to just the crust, I'll dip the crust in the sauce. Oh my god, this is amazing! Like even my little girl is obsessed with it.
Look, people used to talk trash about Little Caesars, and some of them still do, but Little Caesars set they pussy up.
Little Caesars is one of the best pizza places. I don't care what nobody say. I do not care.
They have stepped their pussy up because it is so much better than it used to be. It really is good. I had a slice today. I'm like, Dave, this is bomb.
Yeah, even they little personal lunch ones. I had that like maybe twice years ago, like a year and a half ago when I was in the office. They have a Little Caesars like a couple miles away. I went to get one for lunch one day. It's like the deep dish one. Man, it's so freaking good. Like my favorite pizza is from Little Caesars, and then the pizza from what's the Detroit style one from Pizza Hut, where they put the sauce on the top. Oh my god.
Say some nice food reviews. Specialize in.
How was y'all's 4th of July? How was your 4th of July?
Just another day.
Another day, another dollar.
Another day, another dollar. That's okay. Swam a little bit.
Well, I got some bullshit that happened over the 4th of July weekend. My dog, Bray, I know y'all seen him on camera, the black and white one. He's a pit and terrier mix. So we let him outside at about 7:30. Was it Sunday night? 7:30 evening. But we were about to watch a movie. Let them go outside, use the bathroom with the other dogs, and then about 10 minutes goes by. We call him back in, call all of them back in, and we noticed that Bray never came back in. My wife's like, "Babe, you see Bray?" I was like, "I don't think he's in here." She went outside and was calling him, nothing. And then I went to all my rooms. I went to my room, my daughter's room, my baby's room, looked in the bathrooms, the closets, underneath the bed. This dude was nowhere to be found. So I was like, okay, I know a dog can't just get up and disappear. So I went outside, and the grass was kind of tall. So I went outside, was looking in the grass with a stick, swinging stuff to see if he maybe passed out in the grass from the heat or something. Then I was looking around the edge of the fence, see if there's any holes he could have got through. And my fence is pretty tall, so I know his big ass couldn't have jumped over it. So I was like, okay, I don't know how he got out, but he gone. So my wife, she got in the car. She drove up and down the streets looking for him. Couldn't find him. She went behind one of the high schools that's behind our house. Couldn't find him. We didn't see him the rest of the night. So we just ended up putting an alert in since he is microchipped. So if somebody finds him and turns him in, they'll be able to contact us so we can pick him up. But long story short, we get up in the morning and my wife said she had a dream that he came back home. So I was like, well, hopefully that dream's come true. Tell me why. She said she just had a feeling that she went to the door. She looked out the door and he was just sitting there at the front door laying on the porch.
Just like nothing happened.
So I was in the bathroom. She came in. She's like, "Babe, guess what? Bray's back." I thought she was like joking or something like that. When I came out there, he was actually there. And then we looked on the security camera footage because we got one of those Ring doorbells. So we looked on the camera footage. You just see him scrolling up all casually, like he just out there chilling, just staring at the door. And then he put his paw on the door. And then he just sitting there. And then he's laying down, like sunbathing or whatever. I'm like, oh my god. And we kind of find out we went back outside. And we have a lock on it's like one of those wooden gates, wooden fences, and we have a lock on it. But there's like one of the boards that's a little loose, and it's kind of like a slight dip in the ground. So he was able somehow to squeeze in through there,
Wow.
without getting himself stuck, and that's how he got out. So we got it all nigger rigged now, where he can't get out no more. And from now on, when you go outside to use the bathroom, he being supervised because every time they go out, they go to that side, and I'm not running after no more dogs. This is not the first time he's tried to escape. Literally, the day we got him from the shelter, as soon as we got out the car, he hopped out of the car and ran in the street. I think I even told y'all the story before. I had to run down the street and go get him before he got hit by cars. There's another time where my wife's about to go somewhere, and then she when she opened the door, he just ran out. I had to go chase him again. I told him, if you run away again, you just gone, bro.
Right.
And then my other dog, they want to bark about every little thing. Anytime there's any sign of real trouble, he don't ever bark. He don't do nothing. He don't alert nobody. Chihuahuas, bro.
Maybe he's trying to tell y'all something. Maybe he wants to be set free. Just kidding.
Well, that's how we got him from the shelter in the first place. He escaped whoever he was with for a year, because he's only 2 years old. He'll be 2 next month in August. They found him, like the dog catchers. They found him passed out in the field somewhere.
Dang, so he really do want to be gone.
This is in his blood. He just likes to run. When I tell you I got some goofy ass dogs, I got some goofy ass dogs.
Right. That's a little goofy. Well, at least he's safe and sound.
Yeah, he's safe and sound. I got to watch him just a little bit, just make sure it's not his tethered or a variant version of Bray, because I don't know.
Bye. Like the movie S.
Weird and stuff. I'm like, nah, this ain't my dog.
You're gonna be sleeping, you wake up, he's just gonna be like,
I know.
like Paranormal Activity, where there's like,
he just be doing random stuff for no reason, so I gotta watch him. But anyway, we'll get moving on with the show today. First topic we want to talk about, this is some bullshit. I just saw this today. We sent it to Draw. Was in Chicago, I believe. That and a lot of high schools have already had this, but now they're even sending it out to 5th graders. That they're gonna have condoms available for 5th graders. For I guess their sex education program, just to have condoms available for children and teens that are sexually active. But 5th grade though, 5th grade. What 5th grade? Why are we? I don't even know where to start.
well,
Like,
I mean,
5th graders should be getting condoms.
but like when I remember the first time I had like any like kind of sex ed class or like little seminar, I was in the 5th grade. That's when you learn about how sex is done, like what's happening to your body. Like that is around the time where they start having puberty. I just don't like. I don't know. I don't have kids. I just want to know what you think about it. Like, do you see it as? I don't see it as.
I said I think it's the parents' responsibility to if you okay, I don't have a problem with schools teaching sex ed, because even my kids, like, it's optional. It's not something that's forced. Like, the parent actually has to sign a waiver, if they want their children to participate, and that's fine and cool. I don't have a problem with that. I took sex education in 5th grade, but it's just basic shit, and it's mostly about puberty. They don't even really go into like the ins and outs. It's just like the most basic stuff you can even find. I already knew more about sex than what they was teaching us in 5th grade. But when it comes to like actually providing students condoms and stuff, especially that young, like that, to me, that's just the parent or the responsibility of the parent. Because if it's not, then why do we even have parents? Like, what's the use of parents if they're not supposed to talk about this type of stuff with their children? And
well, they said more of the details of the actual how they're gonna like roll out the plan haven't been released or worked on yet. But I did read that they're not like just going down the halls passing them out, but they have like all schools teaching 5th grade and above are providing them, but they're going to be like in a place that's like hidden but like accessible enough where people can like still have their privacy and get them what they need. Like I said, like I feel like that's around the age where kids start talking about sex and even doing stuff in some cases. I don't view it as encouraging them, like, hey, y'all go out and don't get a little humps. We're just like there for them, like, what if someone wanted to? I don't know. Like, yeah, it is. I feel it's a responsibility of the parent, but in the real world, a lot of parents aren't really educating their kids about this stuff.
Then they shouldn't be parents.
I mean, I know, but I mean, that's not the school's fault that the parents ain't doing it.
Well, it's still not the school's responsibility to either. Because first of all, look at all the teachers, the men and women teachers that be fucking their little kids in the schools. Now the schools providing condoms and stuff. I mean, you don't think that's going to increase activity among students and teachers as well as students and students?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if the teachers wanted to do that, then I don't think not having condoms in school is going to stop them from doing it, as we can already see. I don't feel like it's going to. I don't think it's going to increase it at all. I don't feel like that. I don't know. I just view that as an unrelated thing.
Well, sex
I don't
is
feel like it's gonna.
basically unrelated to school. We're in school to learn about actual scholastic subjects. We're not here to learn about sex. We're not here to be fucking students and teachers. So once again, this falls on responsibility of the parents. Now, if the parent ain't teaching it, it still doesn't make it the school's responsibility. You see what I'm saying?
No, I see what you're saying. I just that's just like a different topic of what we're saying, but like, I mean, but I view it as good because it's like comprehensive sex ed in schools has shown to decrease rate of unwanted pregnancies, STDs, all that stuff like that.
I don't really have anything else to say about this topic. I mean, at the very least, make the parents sign a waiver for that too.
I think they might. Do they have to? I don't remember reading that.
I don't remember reading it either.
But I'm pretty sure people are gonna have an issue with it, and they might have to revise some stuff anyway. They said it wasn't like the rollout of it wasn't final. Like they're still working on all that. So who knows? I guess we'll have to monitor.
So if we can do that with sex education and providing condoms for them, just in case they want to have sex, then why can't we teach religion in school or other things?
Well, what religion are you talking about? Like you can teach all religions. You can't just focus on one though.
Well, yeah, you can make an elective. You can Christian religion, Buddhism, Catholicism. You can offer that as other stuff, but the whole thing is they want to separate church and state. So I don't understand why sex wouldn't be a part of that either. Like if you go to me, school, like they're
still teaching about it's still teaching about
in school anyway. Besides little basic God damn it, this nigga escaped again. Hold on air too. Break it out.
We're here live as the dog has escaped again.
I hate this fucking dog. I'm sorry. I really
Did you get him?
Yeah, I got him back in the house. I'm like literally sitting here talking to you, and I keep seeing something move out the corner of my eye. That's why I kept like looking and was pausing. And then I see his big head ass come out from the little crack in that gate again. Knock on the door. Like, look who just showed up again. Yeah, you run away again. I'm gonna just let you run, bro, because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I need to just give him the time.
Obviously, you don't want to be here, so deuce it to you.
He wants to get on.
Thank God, then. Ain't nobody make you stay. People that's not or people and dogs, if you feel like you're not wanted, just do what you want to do. I don't do that with people or animals. If you make me feel unwanted, then bye.
Maybe that's how he feels.
Trust me, this nigga is super easy here. Yeah, right. But anyway, moving on to the next topic. And this is a good transition because I stepped out this car and I was scorched immediately from the heat. But I can't even imagine what this town. Do you remember? It was overseas somewhere. I want to say it was in Germany, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's spelled like Lytton. I'm not sure if it's pronounced as like Lytton or Lighton.
Hold up.
I had it pulled up. I pulled it up too.
It was in Canada.
In Canada, okay. So yeah, they broke record. Was it 3 days in a row or 2 days in a row that they broke the record for the hottest day on record? It got up to was like 121.3 or 0.6 degrees. And the town, it's like a small town of 250. This shit caught on fire, y'all. The whole town, not just the building, the whole town.
This is crazy.
Like, this global warming, climate change stuff is real, and just Canada ain't that far away from us.
I'm surprised it was in Canada. I thought Canada was all cold. I didn't know it was like that.
I didn't either.
Even hotter than Arizona.
I never knew they got heat like that. It's hotter than Arizona and Vegas. So, especially Arizona, because it's drier than a mug out there with all the mountains and cactuses and stuff like that, man. I wouldn't be surprised in like 3 to 5 years from now, maybe even 10, like it's going to be a lot of scorched earth in the United States.
Oh.
Like people are going to have to like leave the state they're in to find refuge in another state.
I know. I just want to say that is so effing terrifying. Just like you're just strolling through the country village and all of a sudden it just lights on fire. Like, whew.
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine. And from the article, it said that, or from tweets that I saw in the article, people were saying that they basically had time to grab their pets and like a few things and like go.
Now here's the question for you: if your city started catching on fire, would you grab your pet, the one that just ran out? I'm kidding. Just kidding.
Well, I already know my wife. The pet's gonna be the last thing on my mind. Sorry, animal lovers. I like animals too, but I'm grabbing my kids and people first before I grab my animal. If I can get the animals, I'm great. Of course, I'll try to get all of them, but priority goes to the humans. Then important possessions, which would be like my wallet, since it has like bank cards and money and stuff like that. My phone, because that's I'm definitely taking my Xbox. The PlayStation 4, I don't care about that one. That's old, but the Xbox, especially the new one, yeah, I'm taking it with me. That's pretty much my, I guess, like my safe box that has important documents and stuff in it, but all the rest of that stuff can burn because it's like easily replaceable.
Yeah. I mean, did you see that the ocean was on fire too?
Yes, the one in the Gulf of Mexico.
Y'all.
This is the part that tripped me out. Okay. Because first of all, just seeing a fire in the middle of the ocean is kind of like jaw dropping, and then seeing how it was like swirling, it looked like a damn portal of hell opening up or something. Then they're trying to put the fire out with water on the water, and I was like, what?
Can't you have to splash it?
Yeah, I was like, I was so confused. My mind was blown, like literally.
This rapid climate change and global warming is very real, y'all. And if everyone just does a little bit to contribute to fixing this, look, I've seen a lot of experts say that we've gone so far that even if we stopped everything right now, we're still going to have a lot of negative lasting effects on this planet. Because it's just too late. It's too late. So thanks, humans. Thanks, humans in power.
And that wasn't even the only one that weekend. There was 3 other ones in different spots around the globe where there was fires in the middle of the ocean. So like we go to see some real bizarre stuff when it comes to this climate stuff. And don't be surprised if you get taxed for carbon in the near future. Or just hell, like the movie The Lorax, this is getting taxed to breathe oxygen. It's in the movie, it was a Disney movie. I don't know if you've seen it. They tax people to be able to breathe clean oxygen.
I remember that one.
Huh?
I said I don't remember that one.
I think it came out in like 2013, 2014. It's called The Lorax. I think they got it on Disney.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's coming pretty soon.
Or like in Total Recall, remember they lived on Mars and
yeah,
like, he controlled the oxygen. So people were acting out of line. He just like, oh, no more air for you.
Pretty much. It's turn your air off. Turn your air off or turn your money off.
I know.
But yeah, that was crazy. So with the climate change stuff, you see every summer, no matter where you live, it's just hotter and hotter. It's like new records are broken every year. So
I know.
Even that much hotter.
Even here in Arizona, where it'd be like the same. Like I feel like okay, right now it's 108. When it was 108 last year, I swear to God, it did not feel as hot as it does right now. It just feels hotter. I'm dying. Like you can't even step outside for like 5 seconds without feeling like you're literally about to burn up.
It's probably that fake ass sun that got in the sky too.
What?
That's probably that fake ass sun they got in the sky too. It hit way different. You can tell because like even when it's supposed to be cold, it's was back in like February when it's like 40 degrees outside and it's cold as hell, but then the sun's beaming down on you and it feels like somebody has like a light and they're just burning your skin. And I don't ever remember 40 degrees being hot. But then sometimes I'll come out and it's 70 and it feels cooler than it does when it's 40 degrees outside. And I'm just like, please make it make sense.
There's probably some explanation out there. Don't really understand how.
Do what?
I said there probably is some explanation why it feels like that.
Sorry, you said something. That real one is getting blocked out and that artificial one is up in the sky. If you don't believe it's an artificial sun, Google it because China actually made one.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's real, people. There's a patent for it and everything. I've searched this. one of the many things I've posted on Facebook when I had it. I'm sure I probably got blocked for that too.
We'll look into that. Okay, we'll look into it.
Yeah.
We'll have our cracked team of specialists look into that. Okay.
Speaking of specialists, your president Joe Biden has some specialists coming to your door, or not to yours because you're vaccinated, so you ain't got to worry. But for those communities that are under-vaccinated, which is code for black communities, poor black communities, basically, or poor white communities, but mainly blacks, coming door to door to try to convince you to get vaccinated. I saw somebody on Twitter called him Corona's witness.
Okay, that's funny. That's pretty funny. I ain't gonna lie.
That's pretty genius. But yeah, I was cracking up reading some of the reactions to that people had to that stuff. Seeing like the GIF files that people would post. Somebody posted a picture. I don't know if you know who Aaron Hernandez is. He was a football player for the Patriots who got arrested back in, I want to say like 2013 or 2014 or something like that. Somebody said, when the Corona witnesses knock on my door, I'm gonna show up like this. And there was a picture of Aaron Hernandez when he had a picture of his gun in this hand and his phone in this one, taking a selfie. Like, to me, it's kind of weird. This is weird. Like, I don't think it's necessary. This is weird. It's not normal to have people come to your door trying to convince you to.
We're in a normal. I mean, the way it is, like, we're in a normal situation. I mean, it's not happening in normal life, but we're still dealing with the pandemic that has not stopped. People think it has, but it really hasn't. It's getting worse again. I think pretty soon we're just going to 2022 going to be lockdown season again.
Oh, we gonna get another lockdown. I wouldn't be surprised if like around September, October time that we get one.
You know, but at the same time, I would be surprised if we do because I feel like America does not want to lock down again.
Well, especially the rest a little slower, like Texas and Florida, but there's definitely going to be some. Okay, if it's this important, why are we leaving it up to states to lock down? If it's this fucking important and deadly, why are they just not federally mandating lockdowns instead of leaving it up to each state and then instead of here complaining about the states that's not locking down?
I mean, I've always said that too. Like, first of all, the whole thing with America is we are literally just 50 mini countries.
Basically.
It's just, like, I don't know. States' rights in this country are too important to a lot of people for like too many federal things to really happen. That's really just the answer to me. Like, people just won't let any powers that be will not let it happen. Like, they will fight that to the death about state rights.
I mean, I agree with them with that. I mean, we got different opinions about COVID and stuff, and I don't really want to get into that and philosophies and stuff. But just when it comes to that, since they're stressing how important it is, how deadly it is, and all this blah blah blah, just federally mandate the damn lock down the whole country if y'all really about that life instead of leaving it in the states. Because when you're doing this, it's like you're playing games.
Yeah,
but it seems like to me.
That's what I kept saying last year. Like, we just need to go into like a legit federal lockdown. Maybe that would actually help more than every state going to their individual lockdown, and then not really doing that much.
But then at the same time, if we're gonna lock down everything, then it shouldn't just be small businesses, because I mean that's how people live. So why are big businesses and shit not getting locked down and stuff too? Because then that's all it's doing is transferring even more wealth to them.
We're on lockdowns that like only things are open was like grocery stores.
Yeah, that's essential.
Like,
everybody there's still like other stuff like Amazon, of course. Yeah, you're ordering it online, but people still have to drive it. It still is being touched by people and transported across all these different state lines and stuff like that. Like, let's just shut everything down if you're really about that life. But they're not ever going to do that. Everything that's been done has been affected to regular businesses and regular people. So, we want to get into.
They go, oh, it's essential, but like not everything on Amazon is essential. But
a lot of stuff they was deeming essential was not essential.
Yeah, and a lot of that was due to like each state's mandate, though. Like here in Arizona, like everything was open pretty much. Like when it was locked down, but only essential stuff was open. It was like restaurants and shops were literally still open.
Same here.
Because Big Juicy didn't want to shut anything down. Literally nothing, barely anything got shut down here. Okay, it was
Like I
normal.
could Google or look in a dictionary and look up the word essential, and then redo their policy on what's actually essential.
I remember,
Like the basic shit you need to live on. Everything else is not essential.
you remember that little meme? It was like a little photo of this guy that was dressed up in like a Baskin Robbins ice cream cone outfit, and he's in the bathroom. He took a selfie and he goes, "How the hell am I essential?" He was at work still.
And then on top of that, remember how they was paying like essential workers little bonuses and stuff like that? They was giving like a little couple $100 extra here and there, and then they cut it out.
Yeah,
like that's fucked up, because if we're still going on, then that means they're still essential, and they should still be getting paid those bonuses.
Well, you know, this is America. These capitalist companies are not going to do anything for anybody, especially the people at the bottom.
Oh yeah,
the ones that are essential, that are getting the most exposed to COVID.
Yeah.
What they need to do is actually give them like permanent raises.
They do.
Big raises.
Complain about that, and they say, "Oh, maybe we should spend our." Oh, we talked about this. How y'all should spend your money more wisely. Okay, we invest our stimulus checks in the stocks and crypto. Then you complain that regular people making money on that, and then you shut it down to where we can't even buy those stocks or sell them. So, fuck. Right. Like we said last week, fuck the government, fuck Corona. Vaccinated or unvaccinated, live your life. It's this simple, nigga. If you sick, don't go out, nigga. Quarantine yourself. If you healthy, you don't need a fucking vaccine. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. If you sick, stay home, bro. All you gotta do.
A lot of times you're asymptomatic, though. You can't always get it.
Man, I don't even want to hear nothing about asymptomatic. So everybody at any time, at any point, at any second of their life can be asymptomatic or something. That's not even the driver of outbreaks and stuff and transmission.
Well, no, but it plays a big factor with any virus, though. That's not like a new thing. That's any virus. A lot of people can have it and just be asymptomatic.
But it's so deadly, you don't even know you got it. It's so deadly, you don't know you have it.
With any virus, this is not a made-up thing. With any virus, a certain people are asymptomatic, where they don't have any symptoms, but they can still spread the virus to people who can get it with full symptoms.
So that means we could have been spreading any other type of virus at any point in our life since we've been born, but we only have done it for this.
Well, probably, but a lot of those other viruses have been not fully eradicated, because you can't, like, with most of these viruses, you can't just like 0%, no virus exists in the world, but they lower it so much where it's not like a threat to like anyone's life with it, where it's like such a low number of cases a year, and that happens through lockdowns and quarantines and vaccines.
So you wouldn't consider corona deaths from the total population of the world, the corona amount of deaths, you wouldn't consider that a low number? Because it's not even at 2%.
But I feel like people focus too much on the death.
So, no, they focus too much on the cases, not the deaths. That's what the problem is.
I'm talking about like people that are like detractors of COVID and stuff like that. Like, I feel like they're focusing too much on the deaths. Like, that's not the only thing that happens. Like, you can get sick and literally have permanent irreversible damage. Like, there's people out there that still don't have their taste back or smell back, or have permanent heart damage or lung damage. There's just nothing that can be done, and brain damage.
Yeah, I get that. In the long
run, well, you didn't die. Well, you're fine. That's not it.
Yeah, but it's just fishy to me, because we're talking about the same. Okay, I'll copy this.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about this another time. It's a whole nother subject. We don't want to get too long on it.
Because the two people watching want this to end now, okay?
Anyway, we'll go ahead and move on for our last topic of the day. We told y'all last week the Forever Purge was coming out on Friday, July 2nd. I saw it. Josh saw it. I loved it. I thought to me, this was my second favorite one. I don't want to go into too many details, but it's a little different than the previous Purge movie, since the other one's focused on like the Purge. What did you say?
I said it's kind of in the title.
But yeah, it's in the title, but the other one's focused on the Purge of like that night only, because those who were familiar, you know it's for 12 hours. Any crime and all crime is legal, including murder. Um, but this movie focuses on the purge continuing after the legal purge ends. Well, like I said, I don't want to get into too many details on it, but I thought the movie was nuts. Like, it was kind of crazy to me. To me, even though it wasn't focused on purges from like all over the country or whatever, like how they show it going on in the other movies, like it had a lot more action because since it's centered on like pretty much one family and doesn't really show anything else from everybody else. But it had a lot of action in it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I guess I had more criticisms, and I don't know if I'm more critical of some movies, but I mean, I wasn't going in expecting a lot because, like I said last podcast, like I do like the Purge movies, but I wouldn't say any of them are like great.
Yeah,
they're good, but even sometimes when I say good, like there's a scale for me of what good means. Good can mean like, oh, that was bomb, it was good. Or it was good, but you know, it was a cute watch. Just kidding. Like the very first one was a key watch. The second and third one, I'm like, oh, those are pretty good. I actually rewatched those quite a bit. The Purge Anarchy and the Purge Election Year.
Yeah.
And then the first Purge, that was kind of like, like some of the concepts I really like I like that the movies have a lot of like social commentary and stuff like that, speak about reality. So I like that about the first Purge, but like some of the action and like how the story developed was a little dry for me. And this one was, I feel like it was a little better than the first Purge. I like some of the social commentary, but I didn't feel like they went enough into it. It seemed like they didn't like try to write it or like try to flesh out the writing of it that well.
Yeah.
It's very surface level, and I feel like they could have did a lot more. Maybe that's where some of my criticisms come from, because I feel like they had such a good premise, they could have did more with it.
Yeah, I think they could have expanded on it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
like some of the villains, they didn't really have much character development or really any character at all to like the villains of the story, because you know every Purge has like a few villains that they have to deal with. But for this one, they were just kind of like there. They didn't really show anything from their perspective or like really like flesh it out.
Yeah.
It was like they're in one or two scenes and then they're gone. So it's kind of like didn't have the same weight as the other ones for me. But it was still fun. It was still good.
Yeah, I read originally that this was supposed to be the last one, but with the way they ended it, I also read that they might continue on with it. So I feel like if they do continue on with it, they could right some of those wrongs that you spoke about and go more in depth, since it's happening all over the country now. I kind of hope they continue. Like we're gonna go see it. Why not? Like it's gonna make money. Right. People like the Purge movies.
Yeah, what if they did like the World Purge or something like that? Like it was across the whole world, so no one's safe.
Like they could be like the next. They could be like the horror movie version of the Fast and Furious franchise. They can turn this into this United States Purge. Now they can turn it into a World Purge, and then they could even, if they want to go extreme, they can go a global purge with aliens just on the very last purge, is purging all of us. Galactic purge or something like that. They could do it.
Universe Purge.
Universal Purge. Like they could get carried away. But yeah, this to me is one of those franchises. Like even Final Destination, that's another one that could just continue to go on and on and on. With the story and stuff, because it doesn't have to be a continuation of the previous movie story. You got always have all new characters because everybody's gonna die. Yeah. So like I think they should do it. I like it. I think a lot of people, I think it got good reviews so far. Like me personally, I would probably give it at the lowest a 6, somewhere between a 6 and a 6.5. I'm not sure if it's probably 6.5, maybe like 6.3 would probably be my rating out of 10. Yeah,
that's good. I agree. I would give it a 6. Like I have like with movies, sometimes I just have more things that I view wrong, but I still rate it about the same as you a lot of times. maybe I'm just nice with movies. But yeah, I would definitely say a good 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I think it's a fair rating.
Did you watch it in the theater?
Hell no.
Or did you bootleg?
The Movies Joy, they had a cam version.
Hey, don't be putting that on the podcast. They might come.
I'm trying to shut it down. I streamed it, so it's not illegal. But yeah, I just cast it from my phone to the TV with AirPlay. Just watch it like that. And hopefully when they get the HD version, which be like another week or two. It usually takes them about 2 weeks tops to get the HD version, then I'll rewatch it in HD. But it wasn't that bad quality. So anyway, that'll be it for today's podcast. We'll be back. What's today? The 7th, right? So yeah, we'll be back the last Wednesday of July for our next podcast. We forgot to plug at the beginning of the show, but please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, comment. Please get you some of that beer bomb, the beer oil, the cup, or the coffee mug, the t-shirts, the Ultra Malik book on Amazon. That's all I got for today. You got anything else?
Just watch Black is King on Disney Plus.
Watch
I will every episode say this.
watch Loki. Watch Resident Evil on Netflix on Friday. It's the CGI one. It looks amazing.
Please remind me the day of.
Watch Fear Street too. I will.
Yeah, remind me of that too. Wait, is that
Fear Street? That one came out. It's a 3-part movie, set in different times. The first one came out on Friday, on July 2nd. The next one comes out this Friday, and then on the 16th is when the last one comes out, all on Netflix.
Okay.
I haven't watched Fear Street yet, but I'm gonna watch it this weekend, probably Friday night or Saturday night.
Put that on my list.
Actually, both of them. So yeah, please watch. That's gonna be
Loki.
What'd you say?
Watch Loki out there.
Watch Loki. The show's amazing.
It really is good. I really like it.
It really is.
Almost as good as WandaVision.
I don't know about all that.
Right there.
It's a little far behind, but it's really good though. Like all the shows I've watched on Disney Plus, bridging the gaps in between this next phase of Marvel movies, they have not disappointed whatsoever. Like every single one of them have been amazing. Really good. Black Widow Friday. Huh. Don't forget to watch Black Widow.
I'll be watching that on Movies Joy. I'm just kidding.
Me too. Oh no, actually it'll be on Disney Plus premiere, so I might go ahead and shell out that $30 to watch that.
For real?
It's payday. Okay.
Oh, hey.
This next week. Hey.
Okay, so since we share Disney Plus login, do I get the premiere access to that too if you buy it? Or do I have to go to your little profile?
I'm not sure. You can probably go to my profile. I've never bought it before. I've always just, matter of fact, they actually might have it on Movies Joy because all the ones
go ahead and buy that. Go ahead and buy that.
No, listen. It's the HD copy though, because it's not in theaters, so they only have HD. And every single one that's premiered on came out on the Disney premiere, they have it like that same day or the next day. Because we watched Cruella last week too. And that was an HD, and that started on Premiere. And there was another one that came out on Disney Premiere that we watched on Movie Joy. So, like, just check on Friday. They should have it.
How was Cruella?
I liked it. It was good. Okay. It was pretty good. Like, I didn't know what to expect going in watching it, but it was interesting, and I was cracking up. She's good. Love her as actor.
I do like her. She's a good actor. Yeah.
It's so good.
And Emma Thompson.
Yeah. Really like that. You should watch it. Please check it out and get back to me on what you think about it.
But yeah, go ahead and buy Black Widow.
All right, I will.
Okay.
All right, that's gonna be it for today. We went a little long, but that's all right. I'm your host, Rick Grease. This is your co-host, Jaw.
Bye.
We out.